Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year to take your political questions. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who've kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community here because you have been so kind to each other and you've been so kind to me. Thank you. All right, and if you're watching this on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go, so you can pick and choose. Or you can watch the whole thing back and like up to speed to like 1.25. I do that a lot on YouTube. So that is what's going on there. Again, we pictured a kitty. Hello, sweetheart. If you're hearing some clunking noises in the background, I apologize. Sarah said it wasn't bad because I was able to see her this morning, but they literally just knocked down a house. Just across the street, they've literally just raised a house to the ground. And so they're big, heavy machinery, and it's really upsetting the cats. That screeching, heavy machinery noise. So anyway, but the kitties will be okay. Everything will be okay. But I just want to let you know, so just in case. Oh, thank you, Jane. And today's nails, although I guess I should be doing it this way. So today's nails are this. All right. So, and today I am using the Haunted. All right. I don't even think it's in the list right now. I'll have to dig this out. No, Steampunk. It is in the list. Steampunk. Yes. I haven't used the Haunted deck in a while. Anyway, not important. Ricky says, and the star of the show, soon to star in the sequel to Cat Tales called Boo Boo 2 Electric Boo Booaloo. Boo Boo's and Kitty. Boo Boo 2 Electric Boobaloo. Boo Booaloo. That's awesome. Thank you. That's adorable. Oh. Okay. All right. So, goodness gracious. Look, tomorrow Pluto goes direct. And boy, I'm here to tell you, you can already feel the energy changing. It just seems like everything just shifts. And suddenly there are new things people are talking about in the news. There's new, and a lot of it is kind of raw and in some cases, we'll just say coarse at the end, I will explain to you something I found out today. Thank you, Kristen, from Uncover the News for discovering this video about Trump's hair. But it is not for the faint of heart. But it explains a whole lot of what's going on up there, and why if you're trying to figure out, like, does he have like male pattern baldness? Does he have, why it's hard to figure it out? Oh, there's a reason for that. Whew. But I'll explain that at the end. There's even a drawing, but I don't know if I can gross you out with that. But I'll explain what kind of happened to him. But that's the end. Okay, before that, and again, like I said, Pluto goes direct tomorrow. So Pluto, it plowed through Capricorn. Everything about the sign of aristocracy, your status in life. Don't forget that back in the day, if somebody was looking at a woman's chart and the woman was asking, when will I marry? They didn't look at 7th house partnership. They looked, let me show you. They did not look at seventh house partnership over here. Oh, nay, nay. They looked up here at Capricorn because this is your status. And back in the day, how did women get status other than how well they married? So that's what they used to do. So Capricorn up here, Pluto, it went into Capricorn in 2008, and it started plowing that field, digging up everything. I was just thinking. Speaking of Libra, I was thinking because I was my Pluto is in Libra. I am of that generation. People call it Gen X, but it's. I swear I've got a partial manuscript written on why we should stop with this whole Gen Z millennial. It's just confusing, and it's going to get more and more complicated when in reality it's Pluto in Libra, Pluto in Scorpio, Pluto in Sagittarius, Pluto in Capricorn. It's simple, and it will repeat. But anyway, when Pluto entered Libra, and it went through Libra throughout the 70s, that time period is known for a huge amount of divorce became much more acceptable. There was a some might say a kind of breakdown of traditional marriage, and that's because Libra is the house of the partnership. And so Pluto said, okay, I'm going to plow this field, and anything that doesn't have deep roots, anything that isn't strong, I'm just going to plow through, and it's just going to get knocked over. And so you have to rebuild. But if what you have has strong roots, you'll be fine. You'll weather the storm. That's why when Pluto in 2008, when Pluto entered Capricorn, which is about status. Well, what's in the modern world? What's one way you can get status? It can be a homeowner. Traditionally, being a homeowner raised your status. Well, kind of some over-optimism that came before that led to some dodgy mortgages. 2008, Pluto enters Capricorn, looks around. Oh, you all of you have status, but you've got a balloon mortgage. You can't afford the mortgage you have. The roots are not deep. They're not strong. So I'm just going to clear this out. I'm going to plow here. And we had the whole real estate collapse. So, and over time, since 2008, we've had Pluto digging through Capricorn. And I've gone into in more detail why we ended up with Barack Obama. Yay! And why we ended up with Donald Trump. Ugh. It's to explain, it helps explain who actually deserves status. Who actually deserves, because that's the problem with aristocracy. The original people who got the accolades may have deserved their accolades, but down the line, who are you? So anyway, Pluto is right at the end of Capricorn, and it went just into Aquarius, and then it retrograded. So it's been in retrograde backing, and it backed into Capricorn, like someone who's going to leave the house and backs up to make sure they didn't forget anything. Did I put that? Did I cats have food? Oh, there's that paperwork. Oh, I need to mail that. Making sure they've got everything. And then they go forward. So right now, Pluto, stationary. Just burning, just when planets are stationary, when they stay in one spot from our viewpoint for an extended period of time, it just like bores down. That energy just bores down. And so that's going on, but it's about to go forward again. So all this stuff that it's been picking up, it's going to move forward, and it's all coming out. And suddenly the energy changes, and the who has power changes. And Pluto rules Scorpio, which is the eighth, which rules the eighth house of other people's money, physical intimacy, death, and taxes. I kid you not. So yeah, Pluto's not, it's intense. So, and when Pluto, every time it goes into Aquarius, Trump doesn't tend to fare very well. And it's going to go back into Aquarius. Is it January, February? Soon. So, but right now it's stationary about right there. And tomorrow it starts moving forward. So wait, just all this stuff's going to start coming out. I have a heavy-duty respect and or fear of Pluto. Oof, my sun is right here, and I've got a stellium right here, which is tied to my right here, my ascendant here, square Mars here. So I've got this T-square right here, and then my sun there. And let me tell you, when Pluto came along and it hit my sun, and then it hit this stellium, which also set off the T-square, including the major axis. Yeah, both times just burned my life to the ground. So yeah, it doesn't play. So anyway, Robin Lisa says, my Pluto's in Virgo, very prim and proper. Oh yeah. Hello, dear heart. Oh, I know, it's noisy. It's very noisy, poor thing. All right, so Darren says 2007, 2008 led us into a real estate depression. 45 led us into massive chaos in the US and the world. True. Hello, Shay Laughter. Okay. Tigress of Forley says, I'm not a Scorpio. I do have Pluto in the 8th. Okay. All right. So let me put this back up. So I just wanted you to be aware of, that's why if I'm feeling it in a huge way. I don't know if you are, maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but it just feels like, okay, we're doing something different now. So, Steve Judd, the great astrologer, who you can see on YouTube, Steve Judd came out with a video, and he was talking about this weekend and how Mars was square Pluto in the sky, which can be kind of ugly. And that's the reason I bring that up, is because some of the first questions here are about Israel and Palestine. Lola Bell, yes, transiting Pluto was conjunct the USA's ascendant on September 11th, 2001. Pluto hits your ascendant, holy buckets. Yeah. Whew, so bless. But and thank you, Lola Bell. You are a gem. Okay, so, and it was also affecting Israel's chart, Steve Judd was saying. Andre from Astrology Alert, he put out a video about Israel, the astrology of what's going on, much more in depth. But Steve Judd was talking about how, and the nice thing, he was talking, because he went to a gathering, he was speaking at a gathering about astrology, and he said it was wonderful to see people from all these different walks of life all working together to try to work out the astrology. He said, I was looking at one table, and it was, I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was like there was a there were people, just every color, every religion, every nation, whatever, but they're all right there, and they're all around this big table, and they're all working on, with astrology. Well, that would explain it, and it's all bringing them together, and that is awesome. That just makes me happy. So anyway, all right. Steve Judd was saying that he thinks that this is going to lessen, but that it's likely to be an ongoing problem, like through 2024 and just into 2025. So that's what Steve Judd is saying. And that man, if there's anybody who knows more about astrology, I'm not sure. But okay. Yes, Dave. Benny, Nat was warned a month ago by the Saudis that Hamas was up to no good. Not a surprise attack, as much as an excuse to punish the innocent. That's what fascists do. The whole thing's just so sad. The whole thing is so sad. There's nothing about this that isn't just awful. But the first official question, because at 3 minutes in, I just mentioned the Pluto, and then now at 1650, Karen B, J Dad, Sharon Ann, Julia Worcester, hypnotist, were all asking about did Trump turn over classified documents to foreign agents that helped Hamas attack Israel? Also, attack plans for Iran. So, and for anyone who thinks, well, that's kind of a circuitous thing, it would be no different than, it's just on a grander scale. It would be, oh, I know something. I'm going to go tell this person. And then that person's like, oh, I'm going to go tell that person. And then that person's like, oh, I can use this. It's not a stretch. It's not. But let's have a look at the cards. Let's see what's going on. Thank you for being here. Trump, you moron. From Xander is saying Netanyahu was warned by the head of the Egyptian Secret Service. I understand. I'm sorry, am I disturbing the kitty? Just want some sleep. The kitty just wants some sleep. Oh, too big stretch. Well, small stretch. It's not a full stretch. It was just a... All right. 9 of Wands. It's just everybody feeling like they've been through the ringer. Israel feeling like it. Palestinians feeling like they've been through the ringer. On a lesser level, us feeling like we've been through the ringer with Trump. And of course, Trump, who lives on the drama triangle. Starting out with the Tower card. 7 of Wands, be on the defensive. Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords, 4 of Cups. Oh, BB. Kathy Delisle says Malcolm Nance said it was a total failure on Netanyahu's part. This is a sword of truth. That's the card of refusal. You're being offered information, but you're like, nah. You're being offered something, meh. No, I've got some things here, and that's all I want. And nah. Refusal can be a good thing, but in this case, So I think this is talking about the actual fighting that's going on. But with this ending, the 4 of Cups and the refusal of this Queen of Cups, that would be multiple people had information. It wasn't just Trump. There were multiple people who had information about this, about the sort of truth and what was going to happen. And the cards, entertainment only YouTube. The cards are saying, without a doubt, it's Netanyahu. Yeah. Sandy Miller says maybe Netanyahu looked the other way, gives him an excuse to attack back. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. So will Trump be dragged into this in any way? Dragged out of the darkness where he's been these little machinations. Malting Cottage. Oh, Malting's Cottage. That's sweet. Trump is blaming Biden for the attack, of course. Sit down. Lucretia Valdez, I agree. I'm sick to my stomach with this. You and me both. I think all of us. Whew. All right. I'm just going to put 3 cards. Ugh. 6 of Pentacles. Charity. 9 of Pentacles. Sitting pretty. 7 of Swords. Thief card. 9 of Cups. Merchant. Look at everything I have. Look at all of these cups. Yeah. He feels so strongly that, I mean, we know that he's given up a lot of secrets just for his own ego. But this, the array, that's what makes me wonder, because I've got trouble believing he had all of that and he never sold any of it. Never sold any of it. All those boxes, all that stuff. We know he likes trophies. That's fine. Not fine, but you know what I mean. Just a trophy is just a trophy. It doesn't matter. But he would think of this as trophies. He likes trophies. I've got trouble with that one. So, Lois McDonald says transactional Trump was hoping to sell them all. Thank you, Lori Love. All right. Well, okay. So the next question at 23:30 is from Karen B. and Rhonda Cox. Might make it 23:40. Okay. Is there a coordinated plan within the GOP to aid the attack on Israel? Okay. McCarthy being removed as Speaker of the House, Rand Paul preventing the Israel ambassador appointment, Tuberville's delay on military promotions. There are a lot of things that look odd. Well, the thing about, okay, we know that there, let's just say there are parts of the GOP who have a, shall we say, complicated view of Israel. Because on the one hand, to some of them, the absolute morons, Jewish people, which is stupid, but also is evangelicals really want to support Israel because they want Russia to attack Israel. Yay, leading to the rapture. So you're supporting these people in this country so they can die. because you think you're going to get a big prize. Oh, wow. Okay. But the GOP, let's have a look, but my sense is, no, they're just completely incompetent on the GOP side. Yes, tigers of Forley, torn between Jewish hatred and Israel worship. Yeah, for their own. Yeah. Kathy Delisle, yes. Zealots starting Armageddon. Yeah. Judgment. Ding! Rapture. There you go. Judgment. Ta-da! Page of Wands. Fool. Eight of Pentacles. King of Cups. Eight of Wands. There's judgment, but the rest of this, there's no major arcana here. This is pretty narrow stuff. Page of Wands. So the far right, but they don't have, honestly, the far right, they don't have as much power. They get a huge amount of airtime in the media, but they don't actually have as much power as we think they do. This is a Fool. We know what that is. This is working. Eight of Pentacles. And here we have the King of Cups and the Eight of Wands. This could be always wanting to attack Biden, but in that last set of cards too, I wonder if Netanyahu's coming up for me as King of Cups, which generally, because I usually get people by political party because I read on politics all the time. I don't know. He keeps coming up as Cups, not in a good way. It's just backwards, because normally the Republicans are the hawks, the people who build missiles and bullets and all this kind of stuff. They usually donate a whole lot of money to Republicans. Kathy Delisle, Cup of Poison. I hear you. CC Ryder is asking, did U.S. intelligence and other Israeli allies not pick up chatter on a pending attack? From what I've heard, they did. And they tried to warn Israel. That's what I've heard reported. So I wouldn't give the GOP this much credit, honestly. Honestly, I think there was more going on. The things, other people having information, Iran helping, Hamas, all of that feels very solid. This thing with the GOP, they just feel like a clown show, like oh, the clown car is here, yay. Hello, Dory. Okay, so okay, I am happy to read on this as long as everybody understands that I'm not picking sides on this. I'm just not. What I get from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict here is at utter sadness. There's so much ugliness and history, but it's awful. All right, so I can read on both sides, and I can see, but just so you know, I'm happy to do on this, but just please understand, this is a disaster that's been going on for decades. So anyway, the question was from Carlin Ostenfeld. When will the world support the Palestinian people like they support the Ukrainians? Will the Palestinians ever find justice and peace? Hey, Lenot. It's been a minute. How you doing? Page of Wands. Oh, my stomach's just turning. Hello, Death card. Temperance. King of Pentacles. Empress. Three of Swords. Well, we know the situation right now is bad. Starting off the Death card. There's some movement here with Temperance and the King of Pentacles, which would be other people trying to step in and diffuse the situation in some way, shape, or form. People who have, maybe they're holding the purse strings, or they can throw some money in a direction or not. Trying to create some kind of temperance. And they, the Empress here, that's usually like Mother Nature. It's also the card I get for the US, but even if things go quiet for a while, you still end up with the Three of Swords. And even if you had peace tomorrow, there's still all of this bad blood and animosity, and there are fundamental things that have to change here before things can get better. It's ugly. The whole thing's ugly. And it seriously is making my stomach hurt. Okay. Star says it's so hard to be positive when everything is so tragic at this time. There's always something, but there's always good too. I mean, good old Billy Joel, we didn't start the fire. There's always something, but there's always good too. And there are always more good people than bad. So don't lose hope. And Fifi says, thank you for reading without prejudice. I thank you. Lynette says, I would imagine we'll see relief efforts like World Kitchen. Oh, bless them. Oh, they do good work. So, hello, Julie. All right, so, yikes. I'm not sure about this question, but J-Dad and Jeanette Mahan were asking if it comes out with proof that Trump did leak information that led to the attacks on Israel, will he face any justice? I'm getting a blank energetically, because I don't think that's the. But, and I would say, okay, well, let's just look at, will Trump face more, not just from having these documents, but from sharing but I'm getting a really kind of blank energy. I'm getting kind of a move on push, which is odd. So, oh, hang in there, stars. So forgive me. I'm going to actually go on to the next topic, because I feel like I'm being not like, okay, move along. It's like, okay. Sorry. All right. Cosmic Goat Lady had a question 35 minutes in. 35. After the IRS is done with 45, will he be living in a trailer park or have to move in with the kids? The IRS. We might not even have to wait for the IRS, but we'll come back into the... Okay, grab your energy. We're coming back to the States. All right. Lanat says, I thought Trump liked Netanyahu. Oh, Trump wouldn't blab or sell information to hurt Israel. He would just see it as a transaction with whoever he was sharing the information with. Now, what they did, now, if he gives it to Russia, Russia gives it to Iran, but Trump wouldn't be able to. He's a narcissistic moron. He wouldn't be able to think that through. Anyway. Hello, Sonia. Oh, Kelly says, I'm going to bow out. Love to all, but I support Israel. Good. I'm, like I said, I'm not. The whole situation is just bad. Please don't think I'm dissing. No, I'm just. The whole situation just makes me want to burst into tears. I just wish there could be just understanding, and that's all. Love. So, hello, Ginger. Thank you. So, let's make this 37. Okay. Before I start crying, IRS. Done with Trump. I don't think it's going to take that long. So says, I think everyone just wants peace. Yes. Okay, sorry about that. It'll be over in a second. Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Kind of feels like Trump's grandkids. Who was it? Was it a late night? I've listened to so much. Was it one of the late night comedians, or was it Hal Sparks, or was it who was it? Who was I listening to who said the next person who talks to Trump, ask him to name his grandkids. That feels like his grandkids. All right, Knight of Swords. Sun. King of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Oh, very dodgy. Page of Pentacles. Yes, let's say that his... Wow, I'm getting... Probably because of the cards, I'm getting a very Dickens kind of Dickinsonian kind of energy off of this, that after he was the King of Pentacles, weed of crime bears bitter fruit, crime does not pay, shadow knows. This is very unsteady. Two of Pentacles, really bad situation. Financially very dodgy, and then this is you go from a king to a page. You don't even go from a king to like a knight. No, you go from a king to a page. So his means are much diminished, is what that is. Yeah, he goes from a king to a page. He's gonna love that. Why am I getting the grandkids? Julia Dalton, Lena Rodriguez said that about Trump's. Oh, it was Lena. Thank you, Julia Dalton. Yes, Lena Rodriguez, who is awesome. She said that at the Petty Boots Club last night. That was it. Yes, she's absolutely correct. And we love Lena. I am an intrepid viewer. Anyway, Seven of Wands. Trump on the defensive. This feels like the electoral garbage he was a part of. Empress, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Well, this is America in the sense of it can be a land of plenty. Sitting pretty. But this is where Trump was born. This is where he started. And then this is a Seven Pentacles, which is fruits of labor. But actually, in this case, with this deck, it's more a reckoning. Like the retired judge who's in charge of keeping an eye on Griftco. And where you, oh, bless you, sweetheart. Yeah, Kathy Delisle. You having a father, governor? Everything being marked, because he's holding some paper or a notebook and a pen. It's like he's counting or writing something down. Yeah. So this plenty is very much, see, this is Mother Nature. That is a very artificial greenhouse. And there's a reckoning coming. So yeah, he's going to end up in bad financial straits. It's just how it is. Yes, Randy Trump. My grandkids' names: man, woman, person, camera, TV. Yeah. Exactly. Karen B says Trump may learn how to shop in a grocery store. Oh, I wouldn't. You know what? Let's ask. At 42 minutes in, will Trump have to do his own grocery shopping? Actual grocery shopping. I wouldn't think so, but we'll see. Hello, Kiba. Sharon Ann says he'll just DoorDash McDonald's. If you can afford it, it's expensive. And besides, you know he's not going to tip. Four of Wands. This would be somebody setting up a room in their house, like probably Ivanka or wherever. Page of Pentacles. Again, diminished in means. Devil. And Three of Cups. No, he's always. I'm getting younger people taking care of him. Kids, grandkids. His grandkids aren't really old enough yet, but I'm getting kids, grandkids, spare bedrooms, and him being, let's just say, not grateful. So, okay. All right. Where are we? Dreamweaver had a question. Okay, somebody tell me what's going on with Bannon. Bannon, I thought Bannon was going through a state trial, or was about to go through a state trial for stealing from donors that he was pardoned federally for, but he's being taken to court into state court. And I thought one of his co-conspirators was found guilty, but he hasn't gone to court yet. Please correct me where I'm wrong there. But I could have sworn Bannon is still in trouble. But according to Newsweek, Steve Bannon sent out a warning to Kevin McCarthy in June of this year, stating that his speakership was coming to an end. Okay. Isn't that is that around the time that McCarthy made a deal with Biden? Is Bannon being investigated for his increased involvement in the destruction of our country? Lori Love said, yes, he's due in court soon. Yeah. Right, Earth Yogi. I hate that Bannon's still out and about. His co-conspirator got 5 years in prison. Yeah. Well, thank you, CC Ryder. Bannon's trial is May 2024. Yes, his partner in crime was convicted. Oh, because you can be cool, but you'll never be as cool as Steve 3 Popped Collars Bannon. Chariot. Ask not for whom the bell of justice, go with me here, bell of justice tolls. It tolls for thee, you big jerk. 8 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 6 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Death card. Yes, Tuxedo Cat. Stevie, 3 shirts. Legally hemmed in sleepless nights, fantasies of this far-right victory. But it's right in the middle of these cards of incredible, it's like energy just condensing in, being hemmed in, sleepless, worry. And then this is legal insult to injury and the death card. And you think you've got a victory in the middle of this? This is whistling past the graveyard. Then again, he named him sitting in a basement talking. He calls it the war room. Please. Please. War room, huh? Right. Yeah, well, yeah, trouble's coming for him. Karen B is asking, isn't Bannon working on an appeal on his congressional subpoena conviction? Could be that too. But is it Dory Subsure? Yes, Bannon still has to go to court. Okay. Oh, Dia Kallas. Good evening from Sweden. Hello. We need a lot of love and light in the world right now, don't we just? Exactly. We need peace. We need peace and higher vibration and... Oh, anyway. Okay. So, all right. Yeah, we'll put off the information about the hair loss thing once we get through the questions. Joanne Cleve at 49 minutes in had a question. It's kind of a multiple question. It's asking about Sniffy Jr, Princess and Forgettable. Oh, and Jarhead, Jared. She goes, Jarhead. She's hoping that the 3 Stooges and Jarhead go to prison. I could pull some cards on each of them. Let's see what we got. All right. But then I am definitely reading on Glenn Bird's question because Glenn keeps asking really good questions, but I run out of time. So every once in a while it's like, okay, let's move that up. Okay. But for now, the griftlings. All right. Oh, go into the big house. All right, Sniffy Jr. And Forgettable who? Speaking of which, Lara Trump has released some music. She's a singer now. I hear it's very bad. Oh, the princess. The princess. And the human stock photo of greed. Basically, you go to like, I stock photo, you put in the word greed. It's like, oh, look, it's Jared Kushner. Wheel of Fortune. It has raised you up, but when you are up at the top, if you do not help others, as the wheel turns and you go back down, it will smush you underneath. Little bit of life wisdom there for you. If your boat is rising, make sure it's the rising tide and other people's boats come up a little bit too. Anyway, Junior. Well, Paula, hello, Paula. Paula says, if Lara Trump's a singer, I'm an Olympic athlete. Well, my understanding is basically they were getting told that they couldn't use certain songs at the rallies and what have you. And I guess, whatever, she just decided, well, we'll record them. But it turns out that you still need the okay of those artists. And it's not going so well. Okay, son. I'm reading on Sniffy Jr. and I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Coincidence? Probably. But Sun, Knight of Cups, Empress. This Knight of Cups can be medical things. And a knight is very aggressive. So, thank you. And things will so much coming to light, and yeah, it's things are, his own personal life is imploding. So, all right, forgettable. There was an article, is it on Raw Story, about Trump has called his sons idiots, and people who know Trump fully expect him to throw his own sons under the bus. I wouldn't be shocked. Oh yeah, the scrutiny. I mean, Trump's already come out and said, I didn't have anything to do with that. Eric had more to do with that than I did. Ten of Cups, happy family now. And Six of Swords. That's the card of going up the river. This is not a happy family. Scrutiny, being thrown under the bus. Yeah, things are not going to go well for Eric. All right, Princess. Fool. Thief card. Entertainment only, YouTube. Queen of Swords. Do the fake breathy voice and act helpless. You're a 6 foot tall mother of 3. You have a spine. Don't pretend you don't have a spine, please. Seven of Swords. Thief card's right in the middle, but this queen, this is a, oh, really? Is that what that was? Oh, I'm just, and everyone just kind of, oh. At least she's going to try. I don't know that this is going to work. I used to think this is going to work for her, but I don't know. The energy is starting to tilt. don't think it's quite as cut and dried as it. The energy does not feel as cut and dried as it used to. So we'll see. And then, of course, the human stock photo. Tower. Lovers. Justice. Yes, Tiger Sephora. It is a beautiful, crisp fall day here in Chicagoland. I agree. 3 major arcana of Jared's going to regret having gone into the White House. I've got a tower here. I've got justice there. Yeah, it's just going to take a while. But yeah, what did you promise, or what did you demand of other countries to pay off your bad business decision? What was that? Oh, poor sweetie. Wow. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, Glenn's question. We have to get to Glenn's question. At 56:45, let me put this in here. 56:45. Okay, Israel, from Glenn Bird, Israeli generals posting on X that their intel people warned Netanyahu for months about the Hamas buildup. He moved troops away from Gaza. Did he create the situation because he's unpopular? Well, or allow it to go forward? Man. Jeanette Mahan says there's a lot that's going to come out about Ivanka. So, Netanyahu, don't like him. Personally, it's not nothing to do with the Israelis in general. No. Baby Netanyahu. I don't like him as a person. Just saying. Lisa says sounds tad treasony to me. Hierophant. Oh, yes. For those of you who, way back in the dim and distant past, used to play the original Diablo game, stay a while and listen. All right. Emperor. Oh, gosh. King of Cups. Keep getting him as a cup. Why is he a cup? Knight of Swords. 2 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. I don't think he's going to be in his job. What I'm getting here... Go ahead, Jasmine. This is quite the fall. The Emperor. Everything goes very unsteady, and he's out in the cold. And this feels like really kicked to the curb. There's stuff coming out about him. There's I mean, I assume there's already stuff that's come out about him, but this feels like there's something right under this. It's going to come out. Knight of Swords. This is the most aggressive knight. This is the knight with the weapon, the big obvious weapon, who's usually moving the fastest. This is a big deal. And this, he's going to get kicked to the curb. Ouija Squeezebox is asking, perhaps the cups are playing on emotions. Could be. I don't know. I haven't looked at his chart, so I don't know how emotional he is. But things are not going to go well for him. Oh, things are going to go very badly for him. But something's going to come out. But right now, oh, accolades. Look at me. I absolutely wish peace for Israel. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. I just don't like baby Netanyahu. Anyway. All right. So Rob D says for entertainment purposes only, YouTube, and your entertainment purposes may vary. True. All right. All right. So the other thing I was going to bring up now, now that cry was because I just heard a door close. So now he's outside of Brave Sir Alfred Pumpkin. Now is trying to save. I think that was my mother who just went into a room and closed the door. She's trapped. She'll come out in a minute. Okay. All right, I will explain this and then I can give you the link to, so at 101:30. Oh, it's okay, sweetheart. It's okay, sweetheart. 101:30. All right, there is a video of that, a plastic surgeon who does a lot of hair transplants and, all kind of stuff, who has gone through pictures of Trump over the years and has kind of worked out like what were the most popular hair loss treatments at the time, either drugs or surgery, and has worked through, and like it's like, oh yeah, I can see the scarring there, I can see that kind of scarring there, I can see this kind of thing happening here. One second. Al, it's okay. Healthy, sweetheart. She'll be out in a minute. It's okay. It's okay, sweetheart. I know, sweetie. She'll be okay. Be okay. But she's trapped. No, she's fine. Anyway, M. Kelpie, show the pictures. Okay. It can be a little, even just the drawing is a little graphic. But Earth Yogi says, I saw a picture of the back of his head at court in New York. It shows a bald spot. Okay, now here's the thing. And if you are squeamish, I wish you a wonderful day. Seriously, this is the last question or the last topic I wanted to cover today. Bless you. I'll be back here tomorrow. I'm always here. I show up every single day. And thank you for being here. Okay. For those who are going to stick around. Basically, the reason when you look at Trump's hair and the wind catches it, it's kind of weird how the wind will catch it here and this whole thing will kind of flipped upwards, but this was practically bald, and it's like, oh, that must be a comb over that he's sprayed down, or it moves in the back, but it's not quite like regular kind of male pattern baldness where this just moves back the way his father's hair started moving back before his father got hair transplants. So his hair just moving back so that you end up with kind of the ring around the back here. That would be normal, but it's weird, like where the bald patches are. Yes, they believe he's had like those old-fashioned transplants where they would take bits of little tiny hair follicles out of the back and transplant them up here. He said you can see that, and certainly back in the late 70s and the 80s, you can see the plugs. And then they've done that, they've improved on that, and it looks like he's had some more of that done. But the big problem is people say, oh, he had scalp reduction surgery. It's worse than that. It's not like, oh, okay, so he has hair here, so we'll just move what's back here, we'll move it forward, we'll move this up. Mm-mm. They take a strip of your hair, strip of your scalp right here, and they take this, they keep it attached here, and they take this strip out, they cut this off, and then they move it up here. And if you have enough hair loss, you can get like multiple strips moved up. And then they close the gaps between. Yeah. So there's a drawing in the video, and I can put the link in. Cindy says that's why he refused to go out in the wind and rain, because of his beautiful hair. Yeah. So I'm going to share. This is just a drawing of the procedure. There's nothing actually, it's just a simple line drawing of like, this is how this is done. But if you are squeamish, I like to keep things nicer here, but ready? Happy birthday, Marby. Happy birthday. Okay. This is what I'm talking about. Yeah. So, and you can see the scars and what have you. So this video, and I've got the link. Okay, sorry about that. I lost internet. Okay, hopefully I'm back. Sorry, I lost internet. Anyway, so there's a lot of this, and if you go through this video, there are there are different things that were done, and also to his father. But that's when you get, start getting these weird lines and scars. And then he would just keep losing hair and whatnot. So when he, when you see him in you get these weird scars. So so next time the wind catches his hair and it's doing something weird, like this is lifting, but that's not. And it's also the direction of the direction of your hair. I mean, you've got to keep that in mind too, when they start moving stuff around. I mean, your hair grows in certain directions and they try to keep that the same, but so anyway, I wanted to share that with you. And now I'm going to go calm down poor brave Sir Alfred Pumpkin, who is very upset. So I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful day. You are not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. And I just wanted to share. So that was that. All right. Hang in there. 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. You're always welcome. Other than that, I will be right back here tomorrow. All right. So take care. All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow.